my people. Good evening. The time is 4:25 in UK time. This is ABO Television and Voice of London Radio. My people, I just want you to know that our shows are always live, so what you see is what you get. So sometimes if you see me smiling, I'm probably smiling with a colleague behind the scene, I'm smiling with my producers behind the scene. So this is Keeping It Real show with Genevieve Ama. And somebody says, what is Ama? Ama means that, obviously, most of you know I'm from Ghana, in case a lot of people don't think I'm from Ghana, but I am a proud Ghanaian. And Ama means that I was born on Saturday. So our parents name us, or should I say in Ghana, we're normally named by, the day that you were born, as well as any other names that is given to us. So I do apologize that last week I should have come to do part 2 of GALEMSEY. You all know GALEMSEY is something that I'm very, very, very passionate about. What is GALEMSEY, Mayu? So I'm going to give you a quick summary. GALEMSEY was coined in Ghana, meaning illegal mining, illegal gold mining. That's basically, essentially what it means. I'm passionate about this subject. And the reason for that is that in Ghana, we've got some entities, specific human beings, that are destroying our land. Ghana, as we know, the African continent is a fertile land. And the focus of my show is on the sub-Saharan Africa, or some people call it the dark continent. The beautiful skin color, dark continent, like myself, They say the blacker it is it the juicier it is? So anyway, I'm one of your proud Africans. I would say that I am a Pan-Africanist. I've become so obsessed about Africa right now that I don't know how to explain myself. And the simple reason for that, which I've said in my other shows, Africa, my people, our people should not be suffering from poverty, lack of lighting, lack of bad water. It's crazy. Whilst you get the colonizers, what they call the so-called colonial masters, where they will never be my master, but anyway, you know what I mean. They look at the European and the Western countries. Granted, they've got laws and they've got governments that works for them and they make sure it works. But they became rich. They developed their countries, their states off the back of the resources of Africa, which they stole. Now, I don't want to go off track, but it's all linked what I'm talking about. Let's come back to the GALEMSEY issue. It's in Ghana, and right now, we all know the beautiful motherland, Ghana, has so many resources. In fact, the whole of Africa has lots of resources, but my focus is on Ghana right now. And we have an issue of illegal gold mining, which used to be given and allowed and license given to the indigenous Ghanaians. So if you're a Ghanaian, you go to a specific place in Ghana, a licensed place run through the government system. You can apply to mine legally. Legally, my people, not illegal, legally. And usually, I'm looking at some of my notes here, the way that the indigenous Ghanaians were mining were basically using equipments that were not destroying the land. And then the Chinese came in. Now I have a friend that has a lot of arguments with me saying that, well, you can't blame the Chinese. How would they know where the gold is and where the land is if our people didn't show them? This person is correct. But I'm upset with both sides. The Chinese came in and they've been invited by our leaders and also our chiefs. Because a Chinese person or an illegal person would not know where the land is unless we show them where the land is. Now, the reason why I'm a bit upset on both sides is that the Chinese have come in with instruments and machines that has been a big distraction on the land of Ghana. And I have some pictures to show you, which I have on my laptop here. I should have given these images to my producer to upload it so that it can be shown as we're speaking. Again, my people, this show is live. So if something drops, it's live. If I happen to drop my tablet, it's live. It cannot be edited. Like I said, this is keeping it real. What you see is what you get. So next week, I'm going to come with many pictures, well, a few pictures to show the damage of GALEMSEY's activity that is going on in Ghana, especially in the Ashanti region where the gold mainly is. But what else did I want to say? Yes, I cannot blame the foreigners. Somebody doesn't know where your gold is unless you show them. Somebody doesn't know where your treasure is unless you show them. So I understand that. But once these people, foreigners, have come in there with their destructive machines, they're also using chemicals, my people. Chemicals, which has destroyed the water, is destroyed the land, is destroyed the forest. And there are, Ghana in the 60s, we were one of the major cocoa exporters. So even the farmers that are growing cocoa, now they're saying that their land is destroyed. Why am I just ranting on? Again, focus on Africa. I've decided that I'll rather say things to encourage the African leaders, because many of us are upset with them. We have rich resources. We should be one of the richest in the world. But we know there are entities behind the scene. We know the West and the Europeans, they don't want to see us prosper. They don't want to see Africa do well. But how long are we going to continue saying that? We need to be doing things for ourselves and stop relying on them. So having said this and having discussed this, I've got a lovely colleague, another presenter called Nana Esbe. And I'm going to invite Nana for us to talk about, we might mix it up with Tree and English. And where I feel I need to interpret, I will interpret it. So Nana Esbe, come and join me. He's walking in majestically right next to me here.
Oh,
nice to meet you.
And nice to meet you.
And thank you for joining this
program.
Thank
you very much for this program too. You said you are called Amma.
Amma.
Amma Sewa. Amma Sewa. And you know the meaning of Amma Sewa?
And there's another one, the very Amma Sewa Akoto.
Amma Sewa Akoto.
But I mainly go by, I don't use Sewa that much, I just stick to Amma.
Amma.
Mm-hmm.
So Amma is a Ghanaian name.
Well, you know it's a
Then
Ghanaian
we are going
name.
Ghana way. I'm going to change the language to the Ghanaian language.
Do you feel comfortable? Would you rather
yes,
speak in Tree or...
yeah,
don't forget, this audience is not just for Ghanaians.
I know, but we just mix up.
We can mix it up, yeah. We can mix up. Your English is lovely. Why do you have to...
No. Because we are Ghanaians.
We're Ghanaians, but also this message, this environmental issue is for the world to know. I want the world to know. Wait till we start showing them pictures and they'll know what I'm saying. Because the Ghanaians, we cannot just focus on the Ghanaians.
You've been talking about Ghanaian GALEMSEY, which means those who are trying to dig our resources from our rivers and then our land. You know, Ghana is so fertile.
Very.
The whole landscape is fertile. You can plant everything.
And it grows just like that.
Any crop.
So why aren't we doing it?
Well, we are here, we are in England. We can't grow corn. We can't grow cassava. We can't grow plantain. We can't do anything here. But we are living here.
We are.
But Ghana, you can grow everything. The land is so fertile.
But let's not go off track. We're talking about GALEMSEY.
Yes.
What is your
God has planted every mineral. All the mineral resources is in Ghana.
That's right.
We have gold.
It's not only Ghana though. I mean, there are African, the other African.
Oh, okay, we are in Ghana. That's why I'm saying.
So we're focused on Ghana right now. Yes.
We have gold. We have manganese. we have bauxite,
yes,
we have salt,
yes,
everything.
Every resource you can think of from the land, yes.
It's in Ghana. So I would say we are one of the richest countries, but people have come in and they are just digging it
and destroying our land.
The land.
Our land.
You know, as you said, we were one of the cocoa growing countries in the world. We were the number one during the 60s.
Yes.
And now,
but not now.
Galamsey,
yeah.
Due to Galamsey, I think we are number 3 or 2.
Are you sure? Are you sure we're even anywhere at all? Because the land is just completely destroying.
I visited Ghana recently, and as I drove through some of these rivers.
Yes. So you saw with your own eyes.
Yes, of River Pra, River Brim, River Ofin, River Tano, and Cobra. I visited all these places, and you could see how the harm.
So it's brown. Some of the pictures that you see in here.
It's like a coffee.
Yes.
It's
latte.
Like a coffee.
Latte.
Yes.
Coffee and milk.
So you don't need to add anything, maybe sugar.
And that's it.
Yes.
But don't you think it's a serious matter that if this was an international thing, it should be, we've got environmental activists here.
Yeah.
If we had the same kind of system in Ghana, this is an international catastrophe. Can't even say the word. Yes. Catastrophe.
Yes, the world could have doomed the people who are in it. Because how we are destroying the land, our river bodies. I don't know what the fishes in it are doing. Maybe all the fishes in this rivers are gone.
No, definitely not. I'm sure they're not alive because these people that have come in,
because the chemicals
they've
been using, it's so dangerous that it has destroyed all these fishes. And now Ghana has become, if you want fish, you have to grow it by yourself.
But I'm going to ask you a question. This is not a party thing, so an NDC or NPP. So let's keep it, because I'm not interested in all this NPP, NDC.
No, I'm not talking about politics.
But I'm talking about, we're keeping it real. Right now, there's a specific party that's in. What is NDC, what is NPP? Whoever that party is, whoever's in charge now, isn't it their job to stop what's going on? Good. But it looks like they're part of it as well. The chiefs are part of it. Ahimfona are part of it. The MPs are part of it. So how are we going to stop this? And they're the ones that have invited this woman called Aisha Wan. Oh, I'm looking for that woman.
Yeah.
She thinks that she's the boss in Ghana.
This
and then a friend of mine said that, well, I can't blame her because somebody's brought her in.
That's why I was coming in.
Okay, go on.
Somebody invited them. It started from somewhere.
But some of them are also illegal, though.
Yes.
Illegal Chinese people that have gone in, and not all of them were invited.
But they were allowed to come in.
Yes, they were allowed to come in.
Through immigration.
You're right.
What were the immigration people doing?
You're right. It's the same thing as in inviting them in. You're right.
So you allow them to come in. When you want to go to China these days, you find yourself even getting a visa.
Yes.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
When you want to come to this thing, especially UK, formerly they used to drag us
to come and do their dirty job.
Yes. And now when we are coming, you don't have the visa. They don't give us visa. Why? Because we've done the dirty job. We finished that dirty job.
But do you think that we can do you think a Ghanaian, because I know during COVID, look at how they treated our people. Do you think that a Ghanaian can go to China and destroy the land and live?
No.
So this is why our leaders have to have pride. I'm not going to say anything negative because we all know, even the white people, I'm sure, are laughing at our leaders. Do you understand?
The problem is African.
So where's their passion? Why everybody comes in just to make money for themselves?
That's why.
Where's the passion for protecting the land?
You know something? Our leaders undermine themselves. They limit themselves to these Europeans, these Asians, and these Americans, and they thought that they have the money, they have the capacity, and we cannot do that.
But they rely on our resources.
They are relying on our resources. But we ourselves think we can't do it ourselves. That's why I said we have a lot of mineral resources, and this people comes in and we do some bargaining.
And the bargaining is in their favor. So it's not their fault. It's our leaders' fault.
Look at this, the oil. the oil they came in.
You know the Ghana oil, I heard 90% belongs to them, 10% is on us.
For 10%.
So why will a leader do a battle like that? Why will a leader bargain such a thing?
Yes,
like this?
They are bargaining.
It goes in their own pocket as well.
Because they have some percentages for themselves.
Give me 5. Give me 5 for saying that. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, they have some percentages for themselves.
So therefore, Nana, they're not thinking about the people or the land.
They are not thinking about the people.
And the future.
They are not thinking about the future.
That's right.
You know this country, truly, if I look at this country and I see what will be their future, because there's nothing here, but they are able to plan it ahead.
They plan ahead and they think, like taxes, they put everything in place.
But we the Africans can't think ahead.
No, we think ahead.
We just think for today. What will we get today?
Okay.
For ourselves, for our pockets.
Yes.
Not for the next generation.
But I want to argue, you know what I mean, from an intellectual point of view. I want to balance this argument in the sense that I disagree that we don't think for ourselves. What I've analyzed is that the leaders, and it's not only in Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, all of those.
Talking about Africa.
Yeah, we're talking about Sub-Saharan. Well, let's forget about the Middle East because they're doing their own stuff. We go look at Dubai. Look how the king has developed that country.
Let me tell you something. Without Africa, this world cannot exist.
They can't because they all rely on our resources.
So if Africa can come together.
But I didn't finish my point. The point I'm trying to say that you said that they can't think for themselves. They can't think for themselves because in Ghana there's a lot of intellectual, a lot of clever people, a lot of clever teachers. Some of them are even teaching abroad. So the brain power is there, and Nkrumah was clever. That's why they got rid of him. So we had our own system before the colonizers came in. They saw how clever we are.
Let me ask you something.
No, let me finish.
So I'm going to answer that question.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that they can't think for themselves, but because they're corrupted, that's why it looks like they're a bit dumb and they can't think for themselves. But go ahead.
Yeah, what I was trying to answer you is about when we come to this country.
Yeah.
There are some dirty works we do.
Yeah.
Like cleaning, like other things. If we are in Ghana, we do that.
No. We
do that.
No.
But we come to the
we
foreign
have
country,
made to do it.
We are forced to do it.
Yeah. Because you have to make a living.
Yes. So can't we make that living in Ghana?
We can make that living, yeah. Because everybody's running away. There's no jobs. And there's another thing that bothers me: infrastructure. Because I've been watching a lot of South Korean, all those places, films, and I'm looking at their country. How come they're all paved? Europe, they paved their lands, their roads. China, they've paved their. Why is it Africa? You look at all some of the films, some of the programs. Africa, they don't build the roads. They don't pave the roads. And even if they do it, it's cheap.
Yes.
Because they're busy spending the money.
A contractor is given a contract. And he's to do maybe a 10 miles
road.
And the person who is giving the contract have a 10% in that money.
I see.
So, if he is to use 30 pounds to construct that road, he will use 10 pounds because somebody has already taken 10 pounds. So he will use 10 pounds and pocket 10 pounds, and then somebody who is above him also take 10 pounds. So the road becomes so inferior that...
So the 10-mile road now becomes maybe 5. Or 3 just been fixed.
Yes.
So if I was a leader, why would I not... so what do the presidents do? Because it baffles me. Now, for example, let's take these people that have got a major Virgin. What's his name? Richard Branson. He's got companies all over the world.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that man knows exactly what penny that's coming in and out of each country.
At times, people comes in with a genuine heart. But because of what we are just trying to say, they won't get the contract.
No, but let me finish my point. The point I'm trying to make is that as a leader, when every constituency will have an MP is responsible for fixing the roads, right? So if I'm a leader in Ghana, and you're one of the MPs, I have to ask you, why is it that the 10-mile road hasn't been done? So what is the leader? What is, like I'm saying, Richard Branson is manages a whole load of companies that more than what a president is probably doing.
Maybe one day God will bring a Moses to come and redeem
No,
Africa.
there's lots of Moses. There's lots of Moses in the form of women and men. The ones that can do their job, they're not being allowed to do it. But like I said, God will step in.
That's what I'm saying.
God will step
God
in.
will step in and then do something.
But you didn't answer my question. I'll answer myself.
Okay.
Because you didn't answer it. So what I'm trying to say is that as a leader, why is it that the leader is not making sure that every constituency, the road and all that is fixed? Because they are just as corrupted then. Because if an MP takes money from the government and then... do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes. I'm going to... Look, when we are doing campaigns like this, these MPs and other people tries to bring money for the campaign. So after the party has won, they have to take back their money. So if
it's a business.
It's a business.
It's
so
business.
If he's giving £20 for a contract, you have to maybe take his own money from it. And the president can't do anything because he came in with the person came in with money, and now he wants his money back. And the only way he can do it is to do something like that.
No, but I thought campaign was somebody when...
I'm not talking about campaign only, but these so-called ministers, these so-called MPs, and they all spend billions of Ghana cedis. So they just want to take it back before they can...
Sure, so we're under a so-called democracy that is not working. The white man's democracy, that's not working. The Western democracy, that's not working for us. Because it works for them. In America, when they're doing the roads and the contracts and all that, they do it.
And in
this country, you see them doing the roads. So the information that you've just given me, I understand that could be the reason. But it's if it works for the Europeans and they're able to fix their roads in South Korea, you see in China, all the roads are paved. It's called infrastructure. So what you just told me, I understand, but I think it's an excuse.
Well,
it's not a good enough reason. It's not a good enough reason not to fix the infrastructure. Right now, we had, was it Twitter that was in Ghana? They pulled out because the economy is so bad that all the major companies are pulled out of Ghana. Also, infrastructure is what brings in. We can talk all day. I get so frustrated. You're always telling me, calm down, Genevieve.
Yes, calm down because that's what is happening in Africa.
My heart starts beating because Africa is I'm so passionate about it. It's so upsetting. And that's what Lady Queen Patricia, our friend, she gets just as frustrated as me, doesn't she? What's the way forward?
The way forward, I think...
I've got a way forward, but you tell me your way forward.
The way forward is to change our heart, to change our attitude. What the country needs, and the leaders should try to do it for them. The people, you should think about the people. Not that it comes in, someone comes in for make a coup, I'm going to do so. Within 1 year, all the ideas they said they were going to do changes.
Okay. So I think we probably got 1 minute. So have you finished, or you continue if you haven't finished?
Oh, I think the other thing I would say is that African leaders needs a heart
compassion
that is being circumcised.
Compassion.
If you can circumcise our heart, change up things.
Explain what you mean by circumcised, because not everybody understands English. Yeah.
It's heart. The heart. You have to circumcise our heart. So it becomes a new.
So a new mind. It's like the Bible says, renewing of your mind, renew of your heart.
Our leaders should renew their minds, renew their thoughts and everything.
Okay, so
Africa is good.
Yeah,
it's a country to live.
It is a country to live. That's where all the Caribbeans go. All of them.
Yes, we are living and they are coming.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? If Africa is, because the way what black people are persecuted and we're all Africans, it's just ridiculous. Worldwide, it's ridiculous. If Africa was operating as it should be, then all our black people we go to our country.
Biafra.
Yeah, we just go back and just live our life. So
and I'm preparing to go back.
Yeah.
And our producer is preparing to go back.
Yeah.
And everyone, so you should prepare to go back.
Yeah. So my conclusion here is that coming back, agreeing with the change of heart, I think it's compassion. If the African leaders are going by the democracy that Americans brought in the country and the British brought in our country, they're living by democracy, developing their world. But I think their democracy probably doesn't work for us. I think...
Well, maybe because they've been in it for about 200 years. And we've just started it less than that.
Yeah, because I mean, in terms of like, I was even telling somebody that only recently that Ghana independence 57, some other countries 1960, some other countries 1978. So we're still learning, but that's still no excuse. We need a leader that has compassion. Yes. We need a leader, and I've said that every time.
The last example I will give is when you go to this country. They came to Ghana and took a pub.
Yeah, no, Malaysia, head of Malaysia, yeah.
And now they've developed it.
Yeah, but let me finish my point here.
Destroying us.
Yeah.
Because the leader had a change, had a heart for the country.
Yeah. So the African leaders, I don't know, because if you have a heart with Ghana, if you have a heart with the way God thinks, if you have a heart, you say, most of them say they're Christians, but they're not leading that Christian. But I think the biggest thing I want to say is that as a leader, if I was a leader, I would want to see my country develop so that wherever I go, I'm proud. Let's see how Chinese develop. Chinese, wherever they go, they're proud. If you're a leader, are you not embarrassed that your country is not developed? The land is like this. The road is like this. So like you said, it's compassion.
Let's put all this into the hands of God.
Yeah.
That the Lord will help us change the heart of our leaders so that they can manage the land and do better things.
I know, but you keep telling me that, oh, you have to wait, we've waited, it has to change now. I'm not waiting till tomorrow. It's now.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you for joining my show today.
Okay.
So my people, take care. See you next week by the grace of God. Bye. Peace out.